Welcome back to True Juice and Company, a show where juicing ain't for veggies and fruits, but for jokey jokes and truths, where all minds and perspectives can flourish. It's your soon-to-be host of the year, Mikael, a.k.a. Duke, a.k.a. The Best, a.k.a. Big Body Baby. I'm here with Dab, a.k.a. and Annalise, a.k.a.
Justine Elise,
giving you many episodes of Mixology. Today's episode is in honor of Thanksgiving. We are running a 5K for charity and celebrating together at our favorite restaurant, sharing our thoughts on transracial identity and women saying they're ready, but not really ready for a relationship. So, grab a glass, sit back, relax, and every time you agree with one of us, take an extra sip. I hope you enjoy. Peace.
We're humans just like you. We are not here to intentionally harm anyone, except when we're referring to those acts as we despise. Haha, JK. We tell our truth. If you feel offended, that's not our intent.
Please be mindful that we are open for feedback and interaction with the audience, but we are adults, and the respect you're expecting from us, we're also expecting from you.
We are not here to change anyone's minds. We are sharing our live truth, and want to know from y'all whose juice you're most likely to sit from. Please like and subscribe below. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at
Who do you think is gonna win?
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
I think Equal's gonna come in first, so I'm gonna be solid second. Like, I'm
you
coming
think you're
solid
gonna be second?
Sure.
Equal, who's gonna win?
We're all winners.
No. That's not how niggas work. He gonna come in first. I'm gonna come in second, slight second. She gonna be like slight third. She gonna be like 0.2 behind. I'm gonna be 0.1 behind. You feel me?
I think I'm gonna come in second. I think Equan's gonna come in first. Equan, what's your real thoughts?
I'm just trying to get like 25 flat. That's all I'm trying to get.
See, niggas is
He's just going for the time.
I'm just trying to get to the finish line. Yeah.
25 flat.
All right, goodbye. Pre-game words.
Shout out to me, my greatness, my ability to do what I can do, and everybody else get out the way.
Any pre-game words?
Well, what is it? Pre-game words? Be great.
Be great.
He said be great.
Shout out to his company, BECOMPANY
With a mountain.
0525.
Yeah.
Anyway, my words before the race are I'm excited to see how I can do. I'm glad my friends wanted to do this with me, even though poor Daphne, she's out with... It's okay. All right, guys, together.
7, 6, 5.
Say hi, guys. Equan. Huh?
I'm not built for this, but I'm built for it. Fuck God.
As I said, first place. Second. Tertiary.
Give it 30 at least? Oh, shit.
Smoke their boots. But you smoked mine. First 5K as a group. Put together. Nice, good shit. Truth Juice Power.
Yeah.
Yep. My boy Equan in the back.
Is this mine? Yeah.
You see him? You see him? You see me. Deceased.
I'm here too.
I need natural air. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie to you.
Oh, let me turn the
Yeah, we don't need
right now.
I'm feeling great. I think I accomplished so much.
I did.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Oh yeah, he's in it.
He's hey-oh.
Oh yeah, he's feeling that.
That's the kind of energy you need. That's how I feel when that Whose Booty Is It was playing. I was like, let me run into this.
Yo.
I was like, if this lady thinks she's gonna stay in for, she literally let like this in front of me, and I was like, nah, no soccer mom's gonna beat me.
You know, it was tough. I knew I was dying when I started to count.
Count what?
My steps, because every third step, I take a breath. I had to. In order for me to focus, I need to focus on something. And I normally, like in football, I have a focus, the ball. Tell me where it is. But in this, I don't run this. I don't do this. I'm a hurdler. I'm a hurdler back in the day, 2015 graduate. My focus, no fall. You know?
He's trying to breathe.
Yeah, that too.
Dude was smoking cigars. I ran by.
Oh, the guy with the alcohol. Yeah, I was like, bro. Damn, like that's the kind
of. I got asthma, bro. As soon as I went by it, I was like, oh shit. I take
my
pump out.
Yeah.
So well.
He had whiskey too. I was like,
I like the whiskey, but not the cigar.
I was like, we should run back to this guy.
Yo, bro, I was literally 1, 2, 1, 2. Yo, I was.
Why are you breathing so slow?
Bro, I was dying.
You're supposed to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Yeah, sometimes I would. And I just lose it. I just lose count. I just like, fuck it, I'm breathing.
Yeah, that's the only way.
So the first mile, I was going really fast. I was running at 8:55 pace, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I can't go too fast because I'm going to burn out. Second mile, I was going like a 8:55, 9-minute flat pace. And I was like, all right, like we can keep this good. And then that last mile.
Give me real Amy.
That what?
Give me real Amy.
What's Amy?
Amateur. Because I was running 7. What'd she say? I was running 7. Okay. I was running 7.4, 2 miles and 25, and then I lost it all. Went to 8:15, easy.
I was at 7:16.
Once I lost you,
yeah,
that's when I went to 7:45, 7:50.
I can look on my phone at my mile.
Bro,
I went 7:16 the first mile. 7:30 the second mile.
Say it again. So for what would you say?
7:16 first mile, 7:30 the second mile, and then 8:09 for the third mile.
Yeah, bro. I was doing 7. When we first started, I was with you.
Yeah.
So, but when I lost you, I was at 7:40. I was at 7:40, and then once I keep losing you, 7:50, 7:57, 7:57, 7:57, 8. I'm like, damn. Yep, that's it. And I said to myself, if she passed me, just pass out. Go ahead. You got my permission. When she passes you, that's your goal.
I was trying to look for your head. I couldn't find it.
I tried to look for y'all on the second turn.
Bro,
I saw Equan. He was just running. He looked great. He looked like he was having not a pain in the world.
He was hurting.
I was like, shit. And then there was hills. I was a little slopes.
I wasn't expecting the hills. I was really surprised by the hills because they said online, like, don't worry about hills. It's going to be a flat track.
Yeah, it was pretty track. It was pretty flat.
There were hills.
There was
no, when you said
it wasn't
flat,
hills.
nah,
it was like it's a dip.
wasn't a hill.
I know, but when you say flat track,
feel me?
I was training on like this kind of flat, just straight down. And so like if I needed to do hills, like I should have been training somewhere with like small hills, like my old neighborhood.
But you gotta realize, it's not a track.
Yeah, it's a road.
I know.
But 5Ks are never a track.
Yeah. So we got easy one.
Yeah.
It could have been worse.
It could have been real crazy.
You'd be like, the big ass hill. Nah, dog. And the hill could have been like a whole half a mile.
Oh, I know. You guys should come run the 5K in Southington because there's a whole hill. And
no thanks.
Maybe next
One
year.
and done, baby girl. One and done.
You're
Look at
never
my
gonna
eyes,
do a
bro.
5K.
Look at these. Look at these. Look at this.
high.
Bro, I look faded, boy.
Wait, you guys are never gonna do a 5K again for charity for the kids.
He does 5Ks all the
For the
time.
kids. Well, just come do one with us.
This was for the kids.
I know, and we're gonna do it for the kids again.
Oh yeah, shout out to what is it? Brantford Rotary.
Rotary and the Y. Shout out to the Y.
Shout out to the Y. Shout out to Truth Jews and Company. Shout out to Daff.
To B Company.
Shout out to B Company. You feel me? Shout out to Annalise.
Thank you.
Yeah. Daff couldn't make it because she got a that was real disrespectful. Giving out information. Blowing her hip up.
Wow.
Who wears white lipstick?
Maybe she's big the color of a turkey's chicken meat.
Oh my god, she's already white.
She got white lipstick on?
Shoot, she got white, pointy, like pink hair.
Oh, she's
the rock star pink.
Yeah.
She has pink hair.
No, it's white, but her
I was
style.
gonna say don't make it because sometimes like people who have like pink hair or whatever, it's like breast cancer stuff.
It was
so
white.
Okay.
I literally started off. I literally said white.
The artist. Heard you. I'm there. I'm here. I'm with it.
Jeez. But
Guys,
yeah,
I'm so
I did.
Proud of us.
Let me do my mouth. Let me see what I do.
I can't check mine because we're using
Yeah.
Wow, I look so pretty after this run.
Yes.
I'm hurting.
Let's see.
Oh, quad.
Let's see.
My ears hurt.
Ooh, my first mile was 7:38. Yeah, feel me?
Had safety nets over your ears like I
I had this over my ears.
My second mile was
running,
8. My second mile was 8:3. Yeah, I'm trying to let the people know my
Sorry.
miles.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sheesh.
Have your moment.
My first mile was 7:38, which is crazy. And then my second mile is when I lost them. You feel me? And then it was 8:3. Third mile was 9:9, and the last 15 was 7:24.
But that's because we stood around, right?
No,
That was because
it's 3.1, but it's 3.15 because our one was at the
No, my one was right there.
My one was at the beginning when we first walked in.
When did you start? When we first started?
Yeah.
You started before the finish line or after?
I started it before we even.
I started my watch way back
right
there.
Before. Oh yeah.
I started
right before the finish line.
I started when it says finish. I started
Oh
my
no!
watch.
I started it when he said go.
See,
so that's why.
Yeah.
But my last I want to say like 30 seconds, bro.
Oh,
I was behind your friends.
All right, I need to shut this
When I was running,
I was really.
When I was running around that curve, I was behind your friends.
Oh, word. Damn, I'm just going through it.
I'm turning the heat on. You cold?
Yeah, I'm getting a little chilled. Sorry.
The person that always hot. I don't get it.
I know.
Exactly.
You know what?
Burning
I'm
up right
turning
now.
out to be somebody who's always cold.
Actually, well, you're 25, right?
Yeah.
Your body's starting to change.
Yeah.
As a woman,
Don't say as a woman.
Why?
Oh my God, that makes me sound old. You're like, your body's going through changes as a woman. You sound like my dad.
Well, it's
true.
I don't want to change. I just want to stay young. Does that mean I'm going to start gaining weight?
Maybe. I don't know. You
Oh
say your ass is
my
getting fat, right?
I can see that she failed all biology classes, all psychology classes.
We want to get fat.
Just saying.
Oh my God.
She didn't have any of those classes.
All women though.
She didn't have anatomy and physiology.
I failed.
She didn't have biology. She didn't have anatomy. She didn't have none of that.
I failed. A and P three times.
I want to say just women. I would say men too, but around the age 25, that's when women.
3 times is crazy.
Most women.
Oh, you can't even check to see if you can hear.
Listen, this was crazy.
It was fun.
Shout out to Daff. She would have got smoked, boy. She would have been 79,000. You heard? She was doing 10s, making fun of me. Talking about we run on the same pace still. Oh my God, we're running on the same pace. You think you would have run the same pace today? Nah, sis. Nah, you wouldn't have caught up. You didn't smoke that, Eric. Yo, Daph would have been like, just now, stop.
Yeah, she would have just been running in.
She just would have just running in now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Shout out to Daph. We wouldn't know. Well, it's crazy because you missed out when we were in DR. Now she missed out when we in Brantford.
Which is
The
pretty
BR.
nice out here.
The BR.
The BR.
The BR. Hey, yo.
It was pretty nice out here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was definitely.
I don't know. Is this a school?
We've had colder. We have colder things. What?
You didn't hear what she just said?
Is this building a school?
This is literally. I think this is Brantford. No, this is Brantford Middle School.
Mm-mm.
This is one of Brantford's middle schools.
Yeah, it's one of Brantford.
Yeah, not
City.
Brantford, not
Yeah.
like Brantford Middle,
Right,
but this is
thank
Brantford
you.
Middle
I don't know
School.
why that was such a
Dude,
shock.
you went inside the
you're-
building.
Yeah, it's a gymnasium.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yo, we've had colder Thanksgivings.
We got really lucky.
We've had
I was
colder
afraid it was
colder
gonna be-
Thanksgivings. Football. Shout out to high school Thanksgiving games.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was afraid it was gonna be like brick, and you guys would be like, Annalie, what are you doing? But it was actually pretty
Dude, we've been
nice.
doing this Thanksgiving thing for quite some
I've
time
been
now.
hurting all my life.
We've been doing Thanksgiving. Dude, this is like what? Only our like third Thanksgiving we haven't did anything in the winter?
Yeah.
Dude, we've been playing
I played in the snow,
football,
the rain,
snow.
the sleet.
I've been doing swimming. And have you ever had to? Okay.
Is swimming
don't even
is
Quad-
swimming inside or
Quad is
outside?
making a face. I'm
Is-
sorry. Have
Is
you?
swimming inside or outside?
Can I just make a point?
Is
We're talking about
swimming
environments.
is
Can I
swimming
make a
inside
point?
or outside?
Outside environment.
And the pool is
Can I-
what? Regulated?
The pool is.
Is regulated.
Am I gonna get to talk?
Talk to me.
The pool is fucking cold because you swim faster in cold pools. Have you ever been to fucking Wesleyan?
You need to have
Have you ever done the sport of swimming or swam?
your
in a-
pool. Your swim meet will not start if your pool is not regulated at a certain temperature. Is it correct or not?
It has to be cold, but the water's cold.
Excuse
You're
me.
wet.
Did she answer the question?
wet in the cold.
Did you answer the question, miss? Is
You're
your meat
wet in the
is
cold.
your meat starting
So how cold
if
is the
that
water?
heat if that water is not regulated?
No, because
that-
there
that
are
says-
safety laws to fucking
All right
chlorine.
then.
Thank you.
All right
But
then.
Oh, I
don't
look
even come.
faded. I'm back
Somebody,
up.
means-
Back up.
please, if you are a
That means what?
I
The
need
temperature of water
swimmers to
can't
please.
be low.
Nobody's fucking watching
Can't
this.
be-
Bro, you know if the temperature wouldn't matter, your meats would probably be at like a beach
True that.
all
No,
year.
The temperature does matter because if you because I
He
had to
said-
do
he
practice.
said-
I'm saying your
He said
pool
if it didn't
is
matter.
Got it,
regulated.
but I'm just saying, have you guys?
Out here, you can't regulate nothing.
You can't turn it to
You can't turn.
it up.
Let me turn down Mother Nature a bit to Thanksgiving.
It's a
Have you
little
ever
chilly
been-
out here. Can
We're
we get
not
a-
saying it's
Have
not
you ever been
cold.
half naked, soaking wet with wet hair,
Love,
waiting outside in the cold
love.
for a bus?
I know you're trying to defend your sport.
I'm
We're not
I am defending my
We're not
sport.
like
We're not saying it's not
deteriorating.
tough.
We're not saying it's not tough. We're stating that your water is
cold.
regulated.
It's not. It's not even.
It's not
equivalent-
cold.
It's not equivalent to negative 2
It's
degrees.
cold.
10 degrees outside.
She's one of those
It's
people who
cold.
can't accept the fact that we're trying to be neutral here.
Have
We're not
you
even
played-
like
Yeah,
trying
no,
to
it's fine. I'm chilling.
Has she ever played in Massachusetts?
in the
And-
cold
in
and
20
in
degree
snow.
weather?
You think
20
snow?
degree
You
weather?
think the pool is colder than snow?
4 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, listen.
She wanted to say yes so bad. She wanted to say, well, it's put it all together. Wet hair, wet skin, wet.
If I was on a football field and I played football,
You would have quit.
I would have said, "Excuse me, I need something to warm me up," and then went and found another player and said, "Here,
Coach has been like,
let me stick my hands in your warm parts."
and this is why you're on the sideline.
Yeah, you definitely. You're gonna be. You're gonna
With
be
me.
a warmer. That's what you're gonna be.
With me, sideline with me. I played
Well, if you went to a
senior
school
year.
down south, you wouldn't be worrying about that at all.
It's still bad. It's
I'm
hot.
just saying, if you went to like Texas,
It's hot down there. It might be not cold, but it's hot. It's hot as
no,
fuck.
but you're not cold.
But you still hot as. Try
But then if I
playing
still get in the water in
Try
Texas,
playing football
it's
with a
brick.
helmet on and 90s and something degrees. Come on now.
Try
don't-
running really fast.
You're not-
in
I don't think you
really
can
fast
win.
where you can't breathe.
You can't win in this.
I don't think you can win this temperature battle.
The only thing I would say
At
that's
the end of
hard
the
with-
day,
Oh, you can go.
at the,
Does he try?
at the end of the day, your pool has a regulation. In order for you to start the meet,
You're right. Okay, let's just switch the topic because I'm gonna hate it.
football, the only thing that's regulated is lightning.
The only thing that's hard in your sport, at least, is the swimming part.
High
That's
key.
the only thing.
Oh, okay.
High key.
Breathing and like sanitation, like knowing when to breathe and not to. That's the only thing. You're tough. Your sport
Yeah,
is
the
tough.
the
Don't get me
technique
wrong.
itself, y'all got. Y'all
Football though,
y'all got it.
you can't fuck with the weather at all. What the weather is, the weather is.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
You gotta show up.
You gotta show up and play. It could be hot as balls or cold as Jack Falls
Raining?
nuts.
Yes.
Oh.
Raining.
The only way it stops, the only way a football game stops is if, one, you can't get a snowplow.
Yeah.
Two, it's lightning.
Yeah. 'Cause you
It's
don't
the
wanna struggle.
only thing.
You got
Well, and
metal
flood.
helmets.
And flood. Flood is
But
that's
how
rare.
rare-
That
that's
hardly
rare.
happens.
That's-
That
I've never had
hardly
that
happens.
Not even a hurricane?
It has to be thundering.
Dude, it
literally.
has to be lightning. This, I
lightning.
I
Oh, look,
believe.
guys, there's people coming in now.
But a hurricane, I don't think we're gonna play in a hurricane.
Nah.
I don't think we're gonna play in a
Oh my god,
hurricane.
how sad is that some people are just coming in now?
They're walking.
They don't want to run.
They're not running.
I know, but it's
It's not sad. They're walking. They wanted to say that they were part
Maybe
of
we
the five.
should walk
They
it
probably
one
only did it for the
Maybe we should walk
the charity.
it. We probably should walk it one year and see who can walk the fastest.
That would be hilarious.
I'm telling you, Duke's gonna win.
I definitely would smoke y'all.
Number
niggas.
one, he's taller. He has
Yeah, as long as,
longer
like-
strides.
Bro, my strides be crazy. And I'm a model.
And I'm not walking fast. I'm gonna want to run. He said I'll walk.
Yeah, there's no
Walk
point of
or-
walking.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be funny to see us all going like.
Professional walker.
I think
Duke
I would do
definitely
pretty
win
good
I
with
give it
that
to Duke
one.
on that one.
Because I know how to walk fast. Equan walks like slow.
I'm coming third. Definitely.
I'm so sorry. But we should be doing neutral then. Can't have the.
You gotta turn your side down. Remember your side? I thought for the longest time that the two sides meant front and back of the car warming, but it means his side and my side.
Mm-hmm.
Who thought that?
Everyone. Huh?
That's my number. 1017.
1017? Your number?
The number I keep seeing a lot.
Oh.
And it's 17 up there!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
At this point, I purposely think you watch time just to get
No,
17.
just to get 17.
No, it just happens.
There's no way. Every time we get with each other, 17.
Facts.
No, it just comes
I know,
out.
I'm just fucking with you.
She's so simp. Oh my god.
The only time my numbers come up was when I'm alone. That's the only time.
What do you mean?
I can't help that the numbers are sending me more vibes.
I see 9/28, my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
10/17, and 10/47.
Yeah.
That's it.
You really only see the numbers you really want to see.
And 7/28. I don't know why.
728?
Yeah.
1738.
Hey.
Well, guys, this was fun.
Time to go nap.
Obviously, I was right. He was going to win. I was going to come in second. She's going to come in third. That's just the reality of it. I'm a realist. You know, I can't win everything. I know I can't win everything, but I'm going to try to win everything. But I knew he was going to dust us. But, feel me, I was only 2 minutes behind. Feel me? But an L is an L. Feel me?
I was 3 minutes behind you.
Mm-hmm. Still lost even in the behind. That's crazy. Still came in third in the behind.
That's how you know you're hurt. You coughing and shit.
No, but I
I'm
think
still trying to
I
survive.
probably could have.
But it's because I'm not having fresh air. That's the reason. She want me to breathe in this Nissan air. Jeez.
Bertha's very.
But listen,
I'm gonna drive home.
make sure go
Share
to your
with your fam.
go to your nearest charity, run a 5K,
Do it.
or just donate money if you got it. But do some exercise, change your life up.
We'll be back
Get a little,
with another
yeah, do
5K
something
another
different.
time.
I think the whole
I'm gonna convince them.
idea is what he said the last podcast.
I think it's be art.
Oh, it is be art.
Be art and then be expressive
Yeah.
is be creative.
Yeah.
Because being expressive and creating and doing stuff and then be art is
Yeah.
valuing yourself. And,
Oh, guys, I'm so
know
happy for us.
Knowing your value.
Nice.
Basically. Don't let nobody depreciate your value like art.
Live life, keep
Love.
living, love it up, live it up.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. Or wait,
Be
it's
you.
gonna come out. It's gonna come after that. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this is for the Thanksgiving special. I hope I can make it on Thanksgiving. Love you. Be loved. Continue to love yourself. Stay alive. Be great. Peace. Welcome back, guys. We're living life, striving, thriving, and living life. We chillin', we vibing. We are in Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, Texas Roadhouse. Shout out to Texas. Yes. Only one person loves to come here.
It's our favorite restaurant.
Huh?
Two.
Love to come here?
I love it.
Are you saying you love it because your friend is here? Oh, Porter. You see that? You see that?
That's wild.
No, I do love coming here as well.
Oh, look at that. Just in time.
Look at those mashed potatoes.
Yes, thank you.
Wow.
Look at that nugget.
Thank you.
Look at that nugget. Looking like a quarter, boy.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. We will.
Guys, should we say a little grace in honor of Thanksgiving?
You can.
Watch, here, take my hand.
Like a beef-sized nugget.
We take hands.
That shit is a nail.
Grace. Okay.
He said grace.
You said a thumbnail?
Should we open up with just saying something that we're thankful for?
Oh, that's cute. We can do that. Go first, since it's your idea.
So we should say something we're thankful for.
Go right ahead. Go first.
I am very thankful for my two friends.
Boring.
Wow. I was gonna be like, that was so nice. I'm thankful for being able to like move. Thankful for a friendship. And thankful that I'm alive. Because ask me a year ago, might have been a different story.
Yeah. Same.
Shout out to that. And we're gonna throw out the negativity that was in there a little bit. Throw that out. I feel like I'm thankful for things that are similar. I think I'm thankful for those that stuck around. Because you really don't lose friends, you lose undercover haters. So I just feel like
Lost a lot of those.
Yeah, I feel like this last year has been a lot of like friendships.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm leaving soon. We leaving soon. I'm grateful for the fact that I have the ability to leave and not, bring a kid with me or worry about any type of real responsibilities besides what's the future to come. I think that's what I'm thinking.
You only have to worry about you.
And being alive, of course, because I've had a little scare. Sorry for those that were.
Oh, we gotta let them know
We
what
gotta
you
test
did.
the friendship.
Yeah.
We gotta let you know what you did.
Here's our third topic.
Story time. Story time. Dude went missing for like how many days? Like 4 days.
We hadn't heard from him on Saturday, and by Tuesday, we were like, hey, where is he?
We could not. It was like 4 days. Dude, come on.
So we had to go on an investigation. We basically split up. Daphne was on the art side of it, making the posters. I was on the contacting people side while she was busy making a poster.
I was making a Have You Seen Me poster. She was contacting his family, his friends, like cousins. Couldn't find him.
Oh, that's good. That's crazy because that's your actual roles. Researcher, bookkeeper. That's so crazy.
We're gonna have to have a real talk off camera, but we're gonna need emergency contacts for everybody,
Especially when we. Well, I was gonna say when we leave.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, you're too careful to
with my phone, definitely. For sure.
I guess not.
Listen, things happen. Sometimes you get a little drizzy, feel me? Sometimes you get a little schmiz. Shout out to the young man, she pregnant.
She is?
Either she really pregnant or she was faking it, but she took a picture. Okay.
She can get pregnant?
That's not the topic. Gotta educate these folks. She can get pregnant.
Okay.
Is she a she?
She's a she, but I didn't think she would be the one wanting to get pregnant.
Oh.
I feel like she would be the more masculine. I don't know how it
She
works.
can still get pregnant. Her biology says she can still get pregnant.
Yeah, fuck me.
Yeah. No, I think that's what happened. That's why she got pregnant. So no thanks.
But transracial.
What about it?
I was having a conversation the other day with Afro-Happy.
Oh, what?
I was having a conversation the other day, and it was about transracial people and how I feel about it. And it's up in the air. It's really up in the air. I'm not here to tell people how to live their life. something is what makes you happy, then you do what you gotta do. But like the whole thing about like trans racism, I feel like is that like I don't think people like do it to like because there's a malice intent or a malicious intent or anything like that. I just think like some people they just really appreciate the culture, they really like that culture, whatever the case. Like that Rachel something, I forgot her last name, don't know how to say it, but like she basically like lived her life as a black woman. Anytime she talked about it, like she changed her hair color, she like dyed her tanned a lot, like turned her skin a little darker. She even said that her dad's black, but like if you look back far enough, like all her family's white. There was this other man, a white man, who identified as a Korean woman. And to them, it's not like they necessarily hate the culture or like they hate anything about it or whatever the case. I think it's actually the opposite, where they appreciate it so much they want to be part of it. And this person I was having the conversation with, they actually brought it back and be like, oh, something about blackface. I'm like, it's not the same, because if you're doing blackface, there's a malicious intent about that. There's like a degrading intent about that. Whereas,
even if it's not, I think it's different because they're not embracing the culture. They're just embracing the skin or whatever they're doing after. They're not doing it to change their whole lifestyle. They're doing it
not to dive into a culture.
Yeah, they're not diving into it.
You're just wanting the skin color.
Yes.
Are you talking about transracial or blackface?
Now, would you guys consider blackface as like if I got really, really, really tan?
No. I consider blackface as if like you were.
If I painted black paint on my face. Yeah.
Okay. But then I think also some people they kind of say something like, the whole point about you can't really be transracial because for you, in order to be a race, you have to understand their culture and their struggles and the things that they go through every day. And just because you temporarily, or even maybe I know some people they've gotten like melanin injections. There's this one lady from South Africa who got like melanin injections.
I saw somebody on the show Botched on E!
Yeah.
So, but my question with that is, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But let's say there's like, I don't know. Okay, let's say there's somebody, because I was watched this TikTok one time, and it was this girl who, I don't know, but let's say there's a Nigerian man who lives in England, and he would consider himself English because he was born there and all that. Is that the same? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about like literally a white woman. I'm gonna give you like this woman's example. She's white. Mm-hmm. She has white parents biologically. Mm-hmm. She's like, I think like French Canadian and like European or something like that. So she's like everything about her is white. Mm-hmm. But then sometimes throughout her lifetime, like I believe it was like after college, after she even had her own kids and everything like that. Mm-hmm. She decided she wanted to be black. So she changed her hair to have like black texture, ethnic texture. She got like darker, like tanning a lot or fake tans or whatever. So like on the outside, she looks like a light-skinned woman or a mixed woman. Mm-hmm. But she's white. And like she even tells her story about like, she went through black struggles or that her father is black. She'll introduce everybody as like this black man as her father. So she's literally living her life as a black woman.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Because you can't say that you had struggles that people didn't go through. That's like the same as somebody that's like fakely accusing somebody of raping you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even with her,
that's another huge,
very extreme.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Example, but yeah.
I remember I saw during the Black Lives Matter movement, she would be like those people that would be, working for the cause, and she had a voice, and like she was advocating for the black community. That's fine, but I don't think you should necessarily talk about, in my day, I've been, discriminated against. I've been this, I've been that. When you're the one putting yourself in that situation, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like in that sense, I just think that's like kind of out of pocket.
I do agree. So I think what throws it all off and why people are so like upset about it or so opinionated about it is when they try and state that they were born like this, when they're not. They're adopting
the
culture.
DNA doesn't lie.
So I think adopting the culture piece is not a problem. I think lying is the problem. Or like trying to prove that they're this race based off of like childhood, teenagehood, and into adulthood. You actually just transfer over or like cross it this racial boundary. So I think that's. So I don't think it's a big deal of the idea of adopting another culture and like diving into it. It's just the fact that it's more.
Well, there's a difference because adopting another culture or like diving into it is more of what's that class we took in college?
Social construct. But I think
it'll come to me. Just give me a minute.
I think the difference is that, to me, I think of race as like your culture is part of your race. Mm-hmm. Like, in a sense, like, you know, you have your race, you have your ethnicity, you have like your culture, you have your struggles, and all that comes with race. As Black people, you have Black culture, you have Black struggles, you have Black tendencies. And as a white person, you can't understand that. Just like as a Black person, you can't understand.
Now, my question is, I'm just playing devil's advocate. In the movie Tarzan is a human, but was dropped as a baby into a gorilla society.
But he adapted to his culture because he had to.
But he's still not.
Right. He's not like, you know, that's how he has to live. You know, he adapted.
But because he grew up and that was his culture and that was that way, wouldn't that make him transcultural?
No, because he didn't know any better. It's not. It's like it's like when you're trans something, you make a conscious decision that like you know this is what you want to become.
Okay.
But like Tarzan, it's just kind of like if a white family adopts a Black baby, you know, the Black baby, like she's still gonna have her own culture as a Black person, which you know, her Black identity, but growing up in the household, she's still gonna, you know, be around white people. She can try to understand white culture and all stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there's still certain things she can't be as a Black woman into the white world, and vice versa.
But that doesn't mean she can't understand that culture.
No, I said she can't understand it, but like she can't be certain things as part of that race.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm like, I don't really. It doesn't bother me because there's just certain things that there's just certain lines you just can't cross because it's not available to you because you're not it. Like you're trying to become it because you love the culture, which is fine.
So do you think in Avatar, when the Jake Sully became the blue person?
You're out of the camera, by the way.
Low key?
That's what I'm wondering.
I would think so.
So you don't think so?
I would think so.
Because he had to prove himself in all the all their cultural events.
He's still outside.
I know, but he had to go through all the ceremonies, all of this, all of that. But I guess he was still an outsider.
Still an outsider.
I don't think it's real. I don't want to say
I think
wrong.
transracial is really, again, like everybody does what they want. Like you do what you want,
Yeah.
you do what you feel like makes you happy, and nobody can take that away from you. But at the same time, there's a thing between fantasy and reality. You know what I mean? And I feel like with racism, transracial, whatever, it's more of a fantasy because like you have the ability to take it back. You have the ability to go back. As a Black person, I can't choose to today I'm gonna live in my Black skin, but then tomorrow I'm gonna choose to live in my white skin.
I think that's the issue.
Yeah.
I think that's what people have the issue with it. you have to be aware of the fact that you still aren't what you're learning to become. So you need to be humble in the fact that, well, I'm still learning. I'm trying to become this culture or trying to adopt this culture. I change everything about me so I can be within this culture or look like I can be accepted in this culture.
Okay.
So I'm doing all this.
I feel like there's two different sides to this.
Oh,
the living and you. Well, there's a different. This is how I'm going to put it. So, like, for me, for example, like, if I were to go, like, to, like, a dinner or, like, something, that'd be, like, different in somebody's culture, and, like, I have their food, like, that's something different. But if I were all of a sudden to, like, you know, change my skin color or do my hair differently, like, that's an image thing. That's a very different, like, well, very different side to, I guess. But I guess the trans part would make it more visual, less just living and breathing the culture. Right. It's more of, I need to look like this.
And you also got to realize that race isn't just culture. You know, race is the struggles, the history, the, you know, like all that stuff goes into your racial identity.
Yeah, that's where I can't. It's because, like, you can't take on struggles of people that your ancestors put onto those people. Like, that's just so. That's not.
I think that's another issue.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of issues with it, right? There's clearly a lot of, like, why are you doing this? But there's a lot of, I can understand why you're doing this. But it's more, this is why it's a conversation. So it's a conversation because for the people who, like you said, who can't just take it off and just choose to be white today, or choose to be Asian, or choose to be whatever. It's the people who are trying to become the people who have all the struggles. So it's confusing to those who are already in it to understand why somebody who didn't live it, trying to now say that they lived it or they're living it.
I don't think it's necessarily confusing. I think it's more angry or demeaning, if that makes sense. Because I'm not confused. Like, just me personally, I'm not confused about why they want to do it. For me, it's just maybe their why might come off a little demeaning to me, just because, like, you don't know what I go through every day as a black woman. You don't know my struggles as a black woman.
And they won't.
Like, and
they never will.
And you never will. For me, like, even, like, there's...
Well, I don't know about never. I don't know about never will. They probably won't understand it the way that we understand it. I don't think they won't never see it or get it towards them if they're
like,
looking.
Example,
if
like
they look completely different.
No, but like if the looks at the way they look, you can tell that shit is not authentic. Like that guy who turned into a Korean woman, you can tell like
in the video
white. Yeah, you can tell he's white and had just like
I didn't think he looked Korean at all.
Korean, exactly. Like he just looked like he had just plastic surgery.
It's not what I mean. It's more of like the basis of racism is because another race doesn't like the way that we look. So if somebody doesn't like the way somebody else looks, they're going to treat it different regardless. So that's what I mean by...
That's what race is, all based off looks?
No.
Racism? Yes.
I don't think it's just based off looks.
How?
Because racism, like, you don't think white people, like, in slavery time, white people didn't like black people because they were necessarily black because of their skin color. It was more because of their abilities. It's because, like, personal insecurities. Like, I think there's a little deeper than just, oh, I don't like how you look because you're black.
No.
Like,
that's completely not true.
What?
It's literally because we don't look like that. That's literally the only basis. Because if we all look the same, there would be no disconnect. Original. It's the fact that we
so
don't
you're saying
look like that.
if it was like my bone structure and stuff, but just black, I wouldn't
be accepted in the white community. We don't know who that person is until we meet them.
I don't agree with that. Because
how do you know someone when you don't know them?
No. I'm saying I don't agree with like you said. if you still had your same structure, but your skin color was different, like when you said that
you won't be accepted in a white man.
Why? Because
she's not white. Just because you have the same, we can have the same structures, bone structures, but if your skin is black or darker,
well, I'm saying I still don't think it's just about.
I didn't say just. You're saying just. I never said just. I said
I
originality.
said, is it just about looks?
And originally, yes. It progressively got worse. But originally, it's because we're not white.
I think it's just because, like, it's just. I'm just thinking
well,
about
do you think because slavery is because of a bunch of I think. But do you think that, like, insecurities and stuff, how they say, like...
What did I say?
Well, I was just going to say, like, if it's, like, looks and stuff, and, like, you think that, like, white men just have, like, super, like, insecure with themselves, and that's why they just did that?
I wasn't there. I'm saying right here, right now.
I just don't...
Right here, right now. Right?
In this room.
A white person will come and talk to you before they talk to us. Period. Because you're white. That's just original. That's how it originally came. It's because we don't look like that. And then other stuff piled on top of that. They had guns. We did it. They had.
I don't you think a black person would talk to you too before they would talk to me too?
But I think the thing is, I feel like it's not just about they don't like how we look or that we're different from them. I think it's also because, like, to them, like, they think that they're technically superior. They want to stay superior. But I also think that, like, the hate started growing because of how, physically strong black people are, or how resilient black people can be.
But you're missing the so what we have to understand that we as black people cannot be seen as not superior if we don't look black. That's the basis. The basis is somebody who looks that we have a whole colony of the same people. They believe that they are superior because they're part of the same colony. Somebody outside their colony that does not look like that, they want to make sure that they know that they are better than us. Because we don't look like them or come from the same spot.
My point that I was making, it was a very simple and general point. Because you had said that, like, the basis of racism is just the fact that, like, they don't like, white folks don't like how we look.
Yes.
And I'm saying it's not just about looks.
Over time, it became more. Originally, that's the only thing. Because they knew
You don't think it could have been like language or...
They don't know that. Yeah, they saw other people working, doing great things, took them so they can do it for them. Because they know that they don't look like them. So they are superior, so they can do what we're saying anyway.
Potato.
Okay.
Potato. Because you said, like, they were doing well, but, like, thank you. But, like, try to get us out of here. Facts. But if you think about it, like, they were comparing, like, the white people as a whole were a lot more advanced with the way they lived than black people.
So I think that plays into it, that they were able to take their knowledge, and I think they just said, like you said, like, more stronger.
They needed the bodies.
Because that's what they took black people and did. They put them in the fields, and they said work.
They needed bodies to work, and they didn't think that the work that needed to be done was for them, so they brought people that they thought was less than to do the job.
Or, like, even in, like, the fighting and stuff.
And, back to the whole transracial thing, and I think that's another thing where, why people get so angry with it is because, like I said before, you can take it, and then you can always go back. Whereas me, I'm like, this is who I am, this is what it's always gonna be, this is what I'm gonna procreate and all that stuff. But, like, as I mentioned, that man who turned into a Korean woman, he's going back to as a plain white man. Like, he's detransitioning. So like, that's when it's disrespectful. Yeah, and he was just like, and then you know what I thought was some type of why I thought was funny is that like when he said this, he was detransitioning because he felt like growing up, that's all he saw, like that's all he that was all that was thrown in his face, and he blamed like society and like the way the world's going.
So he thought he had to be Korean?
Not necessarily that he thought he had to be, but he was influenced to change because he didn't like who he was, and he felt like that was the option for him.
Okay.
So to feel beautiful, he thought he had to look like a Korean woman to feel beautiful, and that's why he did that, because that's what he heard around.
Yeah, but then he ended up saying like it wasn't necessarily like he thought that like that's what he wanted, but he was influenced by our society now, how everybody.
I do think that society does play a huge part on it, because I've told you guys this before. When I was in high school, like I felt like I had to look a certain type of way. But then as I've grown and gotten into college and things have developed and like society and like things have changed. Like when we were younger, it was like the Victoria's Secret model. That's what you wanted to look like. But now you want to be like different.
I feel like it's like one extreme to the other, because trying to be like a Victoria's Secret model, it's all about like fun. It's dieting, it's watching your weight and stuff. It's not breaking your bones and changing your whole like facial structure.
But it's the same idea.
No, I know, but like it's just to me, it's just such an extreme. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
that has to do with our access to social media.
I think that shit is
we have a way broader, easier access to social media, which is why I don't agree with his choice, but I can understand people are overwhelmed over the smallest things. So what about the way that people live?
And with social media, not only comes with so much doubt about how you look, but it also comes with a lot of doubt with your mental abilities and your mental health.
Yeah.
And so I think it makes us a lot more susceptible to be influenced.
So that's why I don't see her going back to being white.
I guess he, because he's back to identifying as he.
So I think that's why I see it as disrespectful, because there's so many inputs that obviously he didn't have guidance.
Yeah.
He didn't have enough guidance. But there's a lot of extremists that do things based off the fact that they either have too much guidance or not enough guidance.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not gonna say I don't think it's disrespectful, because you take it how you take it.
Yeah.
I would just say I don't believe that there's any malicious intent behind his decision. Like it wasn't like to make fun of a certain race or whatever the case is.
I think his decision was more mental health on his own, insecurity on his hurt on his own side, and just looking to be loved rather than, and that's just what's sad.
But like, what would you guys say about this woman who Rachel Demazal, like? She literally was like everywhere when she was like outed. There's like documentaries about her. I think it's called like the Racial Divide or something like that. But basically, it's this white woman. She was born and raised in America. She's white. Parents are white. Grandparents are white. Like everything white about her. And like I said before, like she just decided one day she wanted to live like she's black. She started like adopting a black identity. Like when she's talking with black people, like she would literally turn the conversation back to her, be like, yeah, like the other day I was walking and as a black woman, like I didn't feel safe, like in these streets, and I'm like,
that's what it's slip in reality.
That's exactly. Even her child, I think she adopted a black kid. She's started showing everybody this black man that she called her dad, which wasn't her dad. She alienated all her white family, and and also definitely what you will call it, Alec Baldwin's wife. Hilaria Baldwin or something like that. Like, she completely changed her identity to identify as a Hispanic woman. But she was raised by white parents, raised in America. But she's like, oh, I'm from Spain. I was born in Spain, but I grew up in America. Yep. Changed her whole accent, added a whole accent and everything. Like, everything about her life was like the struggle being a Spanish woman. And that's not how she was. So, like, in that sense, I'm not, like, again, I'm going to say it. Everybody, you do what you want. This is your life. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you you're wrong because I'm wasting my breath. Yep. But all I know is that it's a little nuts.
It's extra. It's above extra.
It's extra.
But
people live how they live.
I think it's disrespect comes in when you have the conversation. And they're not seeing what it is you're having and why you're having the conversation. They're trying to make you aware of what you're saying.
Instead of having the glamorized version of it.
And not humbling themselves to realize they're overstepping their boundaries. That's where the disrespect comes in. Like, it's not disrespectful to me. I don't know that it's happening. It's happening. That's how I see it. Like, if I don't know this happening, do I care? If I know what's happening, I'm gonna have an opinion about it, but do I really care? I'm gonna feel disrespected if we have a report and we're having a conversation and you're still not grasping the fact that you need to be at least aware that your reality isn't the actual reality. And then once we have that understanding, we're cool. Do what you want to do. Keep on doing what you gotta do. We need to understand that there's an actual reality to the fact of what it is you're trying to adapt.
Yeah.
So.
Is that birthday today?
Yeah. So, in that matter, we're going to.
People who grow up without getting their emotional needs met end up not knowing how to ask for what they need. So they end up just kind of like accepting it.
Not in general, to the person that they're actually asking for the needing. Not to us.
Not low-key in general, because like Annalise doesn't know how to ask for like what she wants. Like now you're definitely starting to, that you're spreading your wings around us a little bit more.
I think she knows what she wants.
She knows what she wants. She just doesn't know how to ask because she's afraid of upsetting the person or the person reacting or rejection and all that stuff. And I'm like, wow, like that's low-key me too. Just because my parents didn't really meet my emotional needs.
I think it's a female-male thing because y'all just don't get it rejected enough. Well, it's cool. That's true.
No, maybe
I get rejection a lot.
You gotta get.
No, it's not. For me, it's not about really rejection. It's just I just always feel like they're not gonna understand where I'm coming from or hear me. And it's not because I really can't stop them from reacting a certain way. But like I realize, like for me, it's just more. I'm just like I just prefer this to suffer in silence, especially when like I might let you know, but I'm not gonna keep asking for it.
Asking for what?
Keep asking for like for you to meet my emotional needs, whatever.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Because you need to. That's part of every going into a relationship or meeting someone like conversation. You have to know what your emotional needs are to try to figure out.
I know what my emotional needs are, but I'm saying like if I put it out there and they're not met, sometimes it's hard for me to be like, oh, like you're not meeting it. I just kind of like go within myself and just kind of stay quiet and like bundle it in until like
Why?
That's it.
That's the question. That's what I'm asking.
Like why?
Yes.
I think it's because like I think I mentioned this before in our first podcast. I hate repeating myself. And I hate having to continuously ask for something. So, like, if we're in a relationship and I'm asking you to meet these certain standards and you consciously don't meet them or you're not working hard enough to meet them, then I feel like, why do I have to keep repeating myself? You're a grown person.
Are you teaching them how to become set standards?
Oh, that's what I'm learning. Because I've talked about it, but I learned that you also got to teach people how to love you and how to treat you.
Yeah.
So, like, usually, a lot of times I kind of just expect people to know just because it's common courtesy type shit. But people really don't have common courtesy nowadays. They just don't have common knowledge, common sense.
Common courtesy, common sense, and common knowledge.
Yeah.
I think common knowledge is the same as common sense. But your love is a common. It's your love. Just like if you are a twin. You're completely different. And just because you know her so well, you're still the way that she wants to.
You can't use the twin thing because I really don't know who she is anymore.
That's my point. You literally just said exactly what I said.
No, I'm saying like
common isn't common.
Okay, but you can't use her because she's not in my life and hasn't been in years. So like.
So common sense would be girls like flowers.
I understand, but I'm saying I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying you can't use her as the example as what you're trying to do just because like I don't know her, she doesn't know me anymore.
The point is the common, the access is the fact you guys are twins. You guys don't know each other unless you really figure it out. Common sense is not common when it comes to your love because they're completely different than the person that they're trying to interact with you.
But common sense
cannot be put in the idea of loving you.
Yes, it can. Because like when I say common sense, I'm talking about like how do I say this?
I want to know too.
When I say common sense, I mean like it's not just about love. The relationship is not just about love.
But we're talking about that right now.
About what?
You need to know how someone can love you. Love is many different levels of love.
You need to know. You need to be able to teach someone how to love you.
Yeah.
And I said this before. I wasn't doing that before, so now I know to do that in my, whatever. But common sense, if I'm just talking about like how to treat me as a person. And I'm not talking about just love, but as my partner, how to treat me as a person, and that's where common sense comes in. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but we originally got here, we were talking about the way that you communicate and think that's enough. Common sense-wise, you would need to know that just verbalizing it isn't enough. That's what I mean. It's a different. What do you mean? Why?
Why is vocalizing something not enough?
Because there's more into it. Just like you can't just learn anything just by being taught.
Why is vocalizing what you love not enough? Because how to love you? Why is vocalizing that not enough?
Vocalizing anything once or just vocalizing.
Because the book always says men don't listen. You need to show them through actions.
Oh, that was real sexist. That was real sexist.
No, that's what the book says. That's what everything says. It's like if I need Duke to love me and I say, Duke, I love cheesecake. He's not going to be like, let me get her a cheesecake to show her I love her. We're going to need to do the action. We're going to have to go to the cheesecake place. I'm going to have to say, wow, look at the cheesecake. He's going to buy me the cheesecake. And be like, wow, like this action of you buying me the cheesecake really shows that you love me. And then he's going to say, I want to do it again.
I get that.
Sorry.
But though in my opinion, and what I think that loving someone is when you're in a relationship and when you're learning to love someone, you're learning to study them. You have to study them. You gotta learn, because part of learning is not only what somebody else teaches you, it's what you grasp, what you learn yourself. So like your teacher can teach you something about the material, but you still gotta go back in the book and like review certain things if you're confused about something. Am I right?
But you're agreeing with what we're saying. You can't just be vocally just told something. You have to do more work. That's what I'm saying.
When like my mom told me
I'm saying I teach you and I tell you what I want.
You tell. You're learning how to teach. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yes, but I'm saying, yes, you tell I'm learning how to teach you certain things, but with common sense, I mean, like, me, and I know you're gonna say, "Oh, that's just you," but like in a relationship, you still gotta study your partner because there are gonna be a lot of things that she does that are unspoken. So you gotta learn how she does this, how she does that, why she does certain things, and those are things you kind of learn by yourself as you go through seeing how she is, and that's, I guess, it's mostly when it comes to living with somebody when you get to that point. So there are certain things I can't teach you about myself, maybe because I don't realize or I don't know or I haven't come to that, or whatever. Or it's just second nature to me. I don't know to teach you or whatever the case. But I'm still going to study you. I'm still going to see how you like your rice done, how you like your meal set up. Like, it's not something you're going to tell me. It's something I'm going to observe and, like, actually, whatever.
Like how you fold your socks.
Exactly. How do you like your clothes folded? How do you sleep at night? How do you
like
like
what time of day you're going to shit.
Exactly.
So that's more of the type of observer that person is. It's more of like some people see.
Maybe it's love language.
Some people see things.
Always gotta go against what I gotta say.
Some people, everybody needs to go against. First, I mean, I said.
You gotta have something to say.
No, the thing is, that's what we have in the podcast, right?
Go ahead.
The thing is, what you're saying is not true. The fact is, some people just over observe certain things that you want them to observe opposite. Or some people are here and learning what it is that they feel like they're studying. And because it's not what it is that you want them to study, you feel like it's not to your standard. That's what I'm saying. It's more of like some people notice little things, some people miss little things and see bigger things or see middle things. Like, but you don't know what it is that they aren't studying. But the fact is, what you want them to study or want them to know, they don't get. So you suffer in silence because you feel like they're not trying hard enough to get the stuff that you want them to get out without you telling them. That's what you have to balance. You have to understand that I just don't get that I need to know this yet. That doesn't mean I'm not going to eventually. And especially if you pull yourself away from that area. Like if you know that this person is not doing well in this area and they don't think that they don't know, you need to vocalize that.
Okay, so how many times is enough to vocalize something?
What do you mean? It's never enough time.
Because
If it doesn't click, then that's just not the time for you.
So I say, that's my point. Like, there are certain things I don't like repeating so many times. Because, like, if I'm taking the time to let you know how I feel, or let you know about a certain thing, and I'm taking the time to, like, if you do it again, or if you don't do it again, I'm letting you know how many times do I gotta tell you to keep, to
get the point across.
Get the point across.
That has to do with that person.
Everybody.
That has to do with that person.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, like you said in class, a teacher repeats themselves every day. I still don't get this. That doesn't mean they're not trying. You're being taught 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4.
They know that they don't get it. They know that they don't get it, though. If they're teaching something, they know that they don't get it, so they either go to the book to find it, or they ask the teacher. So if I'm telling you and I'm repeating it, you're not telling me that you don't get it, or you're showing me that you don't get it, but you're not, like, doing the job, you're not doing the work, or you're not taking accountability, or whatever the case. Like, as a teacher, I can only do so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it. But you also have to realize that your patience is also a part of the problem as well. You saw our face. You have to be, if you want people to have accountability for themselves, you need to also realize that you have a shorter patience than what you really should have to teaching you.
Patience? I have patience. I was impatient.
She's a very impatient person.
I'm only impatient with the things that I want. With the things that, you know what I mean? But, like...
Exactly.
Immediately. So, like, I'm impatient when it comes to food. I'm impatient if I want, like, headphones or something like that. But, like, I know there are certain things that take time. But, again, I'm not going to keep repeating myself with certain things.
That part is the you problem. That part. Everything else
it's a
you
me
can.
problem because like I keep having to. I don't want to repeat it, but it's not a them
I
problem.
didn't say it wasn't. I also mentioned earlier. This is what we talking about. She be listening to
It's
some
also
words. It's both
so then
things.
it's also a them problem.
Yes.
That they can't, or they're not taking the time to grasp it.
Well, no, that's not what we said. You don't know what time they are and aren't to use it. It's just not fast enough for you because you're impatient. Oh, what it is that you want? You just said it. You just can't understand someone at the rate that they want you to understand. That's people. That's the way it is.
I have that sometimes because with the guy I'm talking to, I've mentioned a few times that like I've said something that's like super important to me that I think that he should remember.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned, like I don't talk to my dad, right? Said on our first date, he forgot. I said it again, he forgot again. Asked me what I'm from a date to a date, forgot. I said, what are you doing for the holidays? Anything with your mom's side or your dad's side? And I was like, listen, man, like, this is a little bit of a situation. And, like, now I'm going to have to see because, like, I'm battling that, like, impatience versus, because, like, now it's like, I've told you three times the charm, you know? But, like you said, people just memorize stuff differently. And sometimes boys are just dumb.
At the same time, I always feel like it really depends on what's important to you. Because to me, if I'm telling you multiple times about something and you're not picking up on it, that means that chances are it's not as important to you as I wanted it to be or as it should be.
Yeah.
And like that, I think
that's their problem. That's an issue for them.
That's an issue for them, but then it becomes your issue as well because it becomes an issue in our relationship.
Because you're repeating the same situation
exactly.
over and over.
So, for example, like in my last relationship, I kept telling this dude to keep the litter clean, to clean the litter every single day. That was his duty. My duty was for the dishes and stuff like that. If we establish that your duty is the cat's litter. And waking up is the first thing you're doing. Why the fuck do I have to tell you every single day? Oh, did you clean the litter? Oh, did you clean the litter? Oh, did you clean the litter? The litter that's a very small. That's a very small like example. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because like again, like at some point, it's not about my patience anymore because it's been like months.
What would he do once a week?
No, it's just like a cat's litter because you're having two cats. You need to clean that shit every day.
You also have to remember what you just said.
What?
It's not as important to him as it's supposed to be because it's
maybe you should
switch to you. Cleanliness, I can agree with you on that. Cleanliness when it comes to women and it comes to men, women are just more on top of it. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But stuff for the example. Just for the example, stuff like that is common sense.
Yeah.
So you like I'm 25.
Boxes. I think she brought us boxes here.
So thanks, man. Edit that out.
Oh my gosh, they're like trying to get us out of here.
Yeah, good luck with that. We didn't get a 90-minute thing.
We what?
So you have to understand that your patience is a big factor in that situation. Now, but that's not. I don't think that particular situation has to do with how you're teaching someone to a certain standard. I think that's separate. I think that's just a lifestyle that you're either choosing to or not to live or live with. And then there's a you. There's a how to understand, how you operate and like mental, physical, and emotional.
If it's important enough to you, so my love language is act of service. That's how I love. That's how I like to be loved.
Have you ever mentioned that to anyone?
I believe I mentioned to him. I believe I mentioned it to some people who've asked. And I feel like, I will. You're gonna tell me what your love language is, or at least like I feel like it should be a discussion. You know what I mean?
If they know what it is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like I know what it is. So like in every relationship, I'm pretty sure I've brought it up. Like your love language, what do you think it is? Da 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 da. Or at least like I've learned and whatever the case. But in that specific example, it's love language as well because or act of service. For me, it's act of service and. Being together for 3 years, that's something that you should have picked up on. Just like there's other things that I picked up on from him. That his love language was like, physical touch, words of affirmation. And that's not stuff that he told me. This is stuff that I've known and, we've discussed it. He agrees that that's also his love language.
Yeah, I also have to do it too. They are.
Yeah.
Because you, so that's my point. Just because you understand something that he possibly just doesn't hold as important to them, it doesn't dwindle the fact that there's certain things that he knows that needs to be done that you know that you let them know. It's just the fact of where they are mentally. It's just not where you fall. That's just what it is.
That's why people fall apart. That's why things dwindle. And, it's okay. You just, you didn't make it important enough for you. You didn't, take the time.
It could possibly be your hair, though.
It was tucked in the
hair.
That's not my hair.
That looks blonde. Girl, you better let them know.
Oh, we're gonna let them know. Yeah.
She's been eating that for a minute.
So bring me towards the women that say...
That's blonde.
That's not my hair.
That's blonde hair.
So bring me towards... I feel like more women does this than men, but men do this as well. See how ready they are to be in a relationship, but show that they aren't.
Not gonna lie, I feel like women, they might act like they're ready for a relationship, but say that they're not. And I think, I want to say from my personal experience, if I say I'm not ready for a relationship, either I'm working on myself or I feel like based on what you've put out there, I personally don't want to be in a relationship with you or what you have to offer emotionally. If you're not like, how do I say this? If you're telling me you want to be in a relationship but you're doing fuckboy shit, then I'm gonna let you know I'm not ready for a relationship.
Okay, situational.
Yeah.
Got it. You missed it. You've been silent for the last 45 minutes.
I just found a hair in my food.
Mm-hmm.
Here at Texas Roadhouse.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Relationships and being ready versus not being ready. I think
this is a topic for you.
Yeah.
Why is this a topic for me?
Because how many times you said you're not ready? I know you want a relationship, but like you see relationships and you run away.
Guilty.
I'm not running right now.
We're not talking about right now. We're talking about in general. Take it there.
She's a track star. Sorry.
Love it.
No, I just think that, right now, for example, with the person I'm talking to, it's probably the healthiest person I've talked to. That just freaks me the freak out. Like, if it's, and like, I'm still having, like the conversation we had before with the, oh, he left you, like, that toxicity, like, that feels healthy and normal and safe, and I feel like I'm being cuddled in, like, a little he doesn't want me sandwich, and I just want to sit here and wait for him to come back, and I love it, and, like, then the healthy side stuff is like, whoa, who are you now? Like, this is, and, like, I keep thinking, like, how, just how am I supposed to know? Like, am I just supposed to know he's the one already? Or, like, am I not?
Said nothing about, like, you literally take relationships from, like, 0 to 100.
That's my issue. Because I've never been love bombed, so, like, they've all been 100.
I'm feeling this way because of the love bombing.
So do you think
No,
that you
because-
run away from healthy relationships because you have to be vulnerable? Is that something you hate?
Yeah. I just told the other day with what's his name. He was like, "Oh, like let's make fun activities feel funner," and I was like, "I'm not ready to even be vulnerable to even feel
So like,
anything."
how come you give yourself so much to someone who you know is not ready for a relationship, and like you literally give
Because
more?
I hate myself, and if I can make them want me, then I'm proving to myself that I'm worthy. So that's why the people that don't want me, I want to like, it's like almost more like a game, like which is bad. Sorry, I'm mentally ill. But, but like, so for like example, like freshman year, or just this past summer, if I could just like switch, or like, or, you know, Billy, if I could just switch their mind and like make them love me, then I'm worthy of love.
But let me ask you this:
Like somebody that's healthy
the
wants to grow.
biggest, you want to change the minds of people who don't love you, and the person that hates you the most is yourself. So wouldn't it make sense if you can change your mind about yourself? Then wouldn't that make you the worthiest of all? That was game right there.
Yeah, I'm not. We're taking the step. No, but I think the first step is identifying it. Like before, I couldn't even tell you.
Girl,
like,
you've identified this years before even college that you yourself was your biggest enemy, your biggest.
No, I'm talking about like identifying, like, oh, like this is this, and this healthy relationship scares me, and that's why I'm pushing away. So I'm not gonna push away. That makes like I couldn't do that before. I would be like, I'm not into it.
That makes sense, and that definitely is one part of it. But again, I've been telling you, the biggest part about a healthy relationship starts with you.
I know,
And
I'm working.
I know you're working. You're working about with all the outside stuff.
Yeah. Very
The
true.
biggest thing that you need to work on is loving yourself, and it's not about like just the thing.
Oh, I do a little bit. It's not a lot, but like, you know, we're taking baby steps. Like,
Okay.
maybe the egg is still in the womb, you know, but like, we're growing, you know. Like the other day, like, it's TMI, so sorry, podcast. I woke up and like, I like sleep naked, so like, I just woke up and I stood and looked at myself in the mirror for 5 minutes and I just took it all in. Of course, it was first thing in the morning, you know, looking slim. But yeah, I just stood there and I just took it in, and I was like, "'Tis I."
I mean, it takes small steps, you know.
But yeah, or like sometimes when I'm lifeguarding, walking around, I'll say some affirmations, or like I'll look in like the reflection of the door window, be like, "Hey, girl."
I saw something that was like, you know, if you're not happy and you're not doing the work and you think like moving won't change anything, you're just gonna be unhappy in a nicer place.
My mom keeps saying.
Yeah. So like, you know, if we are moving, you know, and all that stuff, and like, you know, I know you think that like movies, you know, is not, you know, do a lot for you, and I think so too. Just being someplace that, you know, doesn't get so cold and being nicer and in the neighborhood and stuff like that. But then when that high runs out, the mental health and like all that stuff is still gonna stay.
It's gonna come tumbling down.
Yeah. So that's when it's just gonna be like, for me, you're just there, just the same place mentally, but in a nicer place externally.
So I into a relationship knowing that you're not ready. In general, that's just that it's still.
I've been turned into a relationship that I think I was ready, but I don't think it was necessarily the right person. And I think.
Did you know that prior to going into a relationship, you had to have some type of gut feel?
I did, but to me, I think he was just like the right person for that time. for me because that was my first boyfriend, you know, so thinking about, like, you know, my family's needs, like, you know, like what the outside and stuff like that, that's why, you know, I kind of went with it, and, like, you know, he was a really nice guy, you know, I wanted to be taught, you know, how to be treated right, you know, the first time, but, again, like, I knew chances are that's not necessarily who I wanted to be with, like, for the rest of my life.
Okay. I think I'm a guy, so it's just, it is what it is. So the way I think is, I think that women obviously have more of the
ability to choose.
The ability to. No, not the ability. I think women know that they want to be in this relationship forever. And that's the goal. That's the word. I think the goal is to be in a relationship and hopefully this is the relationship. Like, to marry, to go through. And I think my reality is that there's more of a chance that it's not going to be. And I think that's why, like, women and men always disconnect when it comes to the relationship, is that we don't hold that ideology as strongly as you guys do. And
holding on to it for a minute.
And I think that's kind of where I am. Because it's more like, you can feel like in the moment or in the time that you're, you know, whatever time frame that you're in, that you're ready for a relationship. But I really think the person that you're with really makes that decision. Not like them, like they say, nah, I don't want to be with you. It's more like, oh shoot, I didn't even see this coming, like, with this person. And then they realize, it's more of like those like fairy tale, like, high school and forever. They're so rare because of the amount of everything clicks with it. So I think that's kind of where, like, I'm at. People just want to be ready for a relationship because of who they're talking to right now.
Honestly, sometimes, like, this is a little shallow, but I think sometimes, like, girls just, you know, whoever's giving them the most attention at that time, who's ever the most consistent, you know, you kind of just rock with it. For me, like, sometimes, like, sometimes when cuddly season starts, you know, you kind of want a little something to have with you, and whoever was talking to you, kind of, like, you know, keep going with it, and either you catch feelings some more, or you don't, and you start to fall back, or you end up in that relationship.
I think that's tough. It's a tough move.
What?
I don't know. I just think that's just wild to me because it's more like logically, if it didn't feel like we should be in this relationship, then it's kind of tough for you to, like, just do it because it's good right now.
But you know what? Guys and girls, they're different. Guys, you know why? So I saw something that says, like, a guy's non-negotiable standards or non-negotiable behaviors, those are non-negotiable. Like, if he says he doesn't want a girl who does this, this, or that, he's not going to go with a girl that does this, this, or that, or make him his official girl. Whereas females, they're more forgiving or they're more accepting. So, like, they're like, okay, like, I don't want a broke nigga, and then they end up being with a guy who's, you know, meets all their other needs, but doesn't have the money, and because of that, they're going to end up being with him. So, like, I think sometimes, like, girls, they don't think that they can have it all, so they kind of, like, settle with, you know, what they have or what they can get at that time, not realizing that, like, you know, yeah. So, I don't know, man, like, I can't put a female on the side here, but that's really the reality of it. Like, a guy, he'll talk to a girl, he'll fuck around with a girl and stuff like that.
But he won't wife her.
But he won't wife her. But like a female, a female, she got options and she can, and like, you know, she's probably gonna settle for a little bit, like, you know, test the water, see like what's out there, and then like if not, then on to the next.
Y'all have more power, and it's crazy.
And more what?
Power to choose.
What can we do?
Hike it. Go to the almost say, why you think that big?
I don't know. I don't have a lot. I don't know, because I don't have a lot to choose from. Like, I don't feel like I got mad guys.
It's not about the number of guys. It's about like
the ability to choose.
The ability to. If you didn't want to have sex and you say no, you're not having sex.
Exactly.
If you wanted to have sex, you just go to a bar and pick up like the next dude, like whatever. Oh, you want to go home with me? Gonna do that. Feel me? If you want to.
Oh, that's like with the shooting my shot. Like, I can literally just say anything and be like,
okay.
Yeah.
Like it. And
like
obviously it depends on your level of beauty to that person, but a good 8.2% of the time.
You said if I shoot my shot with a guy, I'm automatically like.
You are automatically more beautiful than you are actually in reality, for sure.
Honestly, if females like shot their shot as often as men, would have even more power.
I really wanted to do that this summer, and I didn't do it.
Listen, winter's here. Winter's here.
Just as much as you want somebody to cuddle in the winter, niggas want as much people to cuddle in the winter.
Yeah.
That's why they bounce so much, because they know they can get dropped any time. So it's like, why keep one when it's a possibility they can drop us right here, right now? I mean, I think that's more like both, but I think men do that more than women.
I feel like women, like I said, have more choices.
Yeah.
Men, sometimes they go with what they can get, but they're not going to settle for what they can get. Like
they're not more likely to settle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. But we're more likely not to settle.
But I feel like they'll settle with just a fling, but they won't settle with the person they want to tie down.
Okay.
You don't agree?
Okay. If I don't agree, trust me, I would say I don't agree. I think it's more like to each his own, but I do agree to that general statement. It's like right now, she cool. But I think that's my point. It's more like you might see it as a completely different type of like level of interest because they're doing the things that you want them to do right now, and they're only doing it to keep you until they realize that they can get what they actually want or they're about to get robbed.
Shit, so that's what happened to me with Homeboy.
It's more of like y'all got more power, but it's like we still will dibble and dabble for just in case purposes because we're more rejected than you guys are.
But females will still dibble and dabble too.
Yeah, but it depends on the type of what they want. So if they actually just rock up with somebody they know it's not to their real standards because it's just winter season.
Yeah.
It's like, they're going to dibble and dabble. But if they really rock with you, they're not really going to dibble and dabble as much.
It was fun eating at Texas.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, maybe to come back, maybe to come.
I'll be back.
Definitely make sure that you take your sip with us. We're here to stay. We're here for you. And we're here for perspective. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And make sure you put that bell on that notification so you know when we drop another episode. Appreciate you. Peace.